Let me go with the top 5. I'm not necessarily saying this is number 1 yet. Not yet. Jumping Jack Flash. You gotta include that when you think of the Rolling Stones. That's a great song from the album. They've done it live different ways over the years. I'm kind of disappointed the way they do it now. It's kind of monotonous the way Ronnie keeps going. It kind of ruined the song. But if you go back to the original song, you go to that video they did, and their faces were painted, and it was awesome. It's just a great, great song that, if you look at it, there's nothing wrong. Jumping Jack Flash is a gas, gas, gas. And hopefully I'm not being an ass. Let me go to number 2, though. And, of course, you have to include Sympathy for the Devil as one of the top 5 greatest Stones hits of all time. And if you look around, you will not find any other list that would be remiss to exclude this. I do refer back to that unbelievable instrumental they did on Sympathy for the Devil from Get Your Ya-Ya's Out. It's one of the greatest guitar sequences, solos. I think it was done by both Keith Richards and Mick Taylor. They kind of weaved it together. I think Mick or Keith did the first half, Mick the second half. I could be wrong, bang a gong. But they've never played it that way live again. They always played the studio type version, which was awesome. The studio, that screeching guitar. Keith was using some new techniques with the guitar sounds. He did it with the Stray Cat Blues, and he did it with Sympathy for the Devil, and all the other songs on there. It was just awesome. Nothing like Sympathy for the Devil. And that is my second choice. I'm not saying it's number 2. In fact, as I think about it, I think I'm more inclined to say it's number 1 over Jumping Jack Flash, which I put first today, but not every day. Honky Tonk Woman. It's got to be in my top 5. If you listen to that studio version, it's perfection. They did this song called Country Honk on Let It Bleed, which I think was, they were evolving still towards Honky Tonk Woman. And it's a cutesy sort of southern or country type twangy country honk, but boy, they somehow, it took time for them to get to Honky Tonk Woman, and they got it perfect in the studio. And just the beginning with Charlie Watts, and with the drums and the cowbells and the great guitar riff by Keith throughout. It's the best. In studio, it's the best. In concert, I've heard some people say they don't like it too much, but I like it. But still, Keith loves it. He plays it. He could play it in his sleep. And it's pretty deep. And they added that piano, kind of a country honky-tonk bar with Chuck Level, and he played it, and he plays it. I'm glad they didn't have that on the original, but it's great for the concert that it's like they're in a honky-tonk bar or something, and they're playing that, and it just fits right in. So, kudos to Honky Tonk Woman. Gimme Shelter is gotta be included in this top 5. It's considered to be a great, great song that kind of transcends the Stones, most of their other stuff in a way. I think you could say it's almost like Beatle-esque, and that it's profound. It's very profound, and it's played so well instrumentally and sung so well. Once again, in the studio, it doesn't get matched ever by live, but they did have that lady singing it live, and I like all the ladies they brought in. The last few were good. The one today is okay. The one before in the live was really good. But Gimme Shelter has got to be in my top 5. And yours too. Yes, yours too. Truly, truly, too. Boo! And then let's go to the 5th greatest Stone song of all time. If I left Satisfaction out, I would be incompetent, inept, and it's been sung, and it put them on the map, and it's just a great, great song. The Stones, to me, it's simplicity in a lot of their songs. It's just Keith comes up with dun 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 dun. I can't get new. I can't get new. And they extend it when they play it, and live they play a lot of guitar, and it's great. But when you hear the original, it just put them on the map. They had some hits before then, but this really made them big, big, big. The Beatles were right in their heyday, and this came out. And so these are my top 5 I gave you. And like I said, you can put them in the order you want. I'm going to put Sympathy for the Devil number 1. Honky Tonk Woman number 2. That's my favorite. Jumping Jack Flash 3. Gimme Shelter 4. And Satisfaction 5. But they're all in my top 5. That ain't no jive. So, ciao for now. Holy cow. And love the Stones, baby. Yes!